Hey, I'm Jamey from Stillmeyer Games, and one of the games that I really wanted to play for the first time at Geek Way to the West recently was Revive. So grateful for Nathan for teaching it, and Andrea and David for joining me for this four-player game of Revive. It took around 3 hours, and I had a lot of fun with it. On your turn, you're taking two actions. You're kind of pairing two actions together. Sometimes you can take the same action twice if you want. And you are advancing this kind of a civilization. I wouldn't call it a civ game, but you're advancing this civilization that's emerging from under the ice and exploring what the world has become, including some alien artifacts, some weird technology that's emerged over time. And you're branching out. You can see our map is full of tokens near the end of the game here, tiles uncovered and revealed, and cities built, and also our player mat unfolds over the course of the game. The player mat is really satisfying. There's 3 different tech tracks on here that you're advancing on. Some of them link to one another to unlock new bonuses. A lot of satisfying actions in this game, in this fairly meaty game. So I'm going to mention a few mechanisms here that I really enjoyed. And I think my favorite mechanism, if I have to pick one, I think it's that there are refresh turns in this game, and they actually feel really good. It doesn't feel like a wasted turn, as some games can feel that way on refresh turns, because on refresh turns, you are getting back all your getting back some cards that you have over here in your discard pile. It's a hand management game, kind of like Concordia. You get your cards back. You also refresh all of your bonus tokens. So you have these lightning bolts that you can accumulate more and more of over the course of the game, and more bonus actions to take on your turn. On your turn, you can take a lightning bolt and place it on that bonus action to gain it. So you get to refresh all those tokens and then expose those bonus actions to take again. So I really like that. But also, critically, right over here, you can see this green track. Whenever you take a refresh turn, you get to advance on that track. So it's actually a reason to refresh more often and not necessarily to hold off on refreshing, because there are bonuses on this track. You gain either the current bonus or anything below it. You can gain that bonus instead. That feels really good. It makes a refresh turn not feel like a wasted turn. It makes it feel like you're advancing in some way in the game. I really like that Revive included that. I also like the choice in the game. On your turn, one of the main things you'll be doing is taking a card from hand and tucking it under your mat to gain a temporary benefit. So it isn't permanently upgrading your mat, but rather you're tucking it for a temporary benefit. So you're getting either what's at the top of the card, so you can see up here, or getting what's on the bottom of the card down here. And some of the cards, these cards block these spots, but some of the cards even have a certain icon on it that says, if you play another card of this color, you can use the same card slot and gain all the benefits in that card slot. And added to that, there are tokens that you can place in these little slots. There's a little token there that makes that slot better. So whenever you play a card that matches one of these two colors, in this case, yellow or green, I played a green card here, I gain the benefits on that card and the benefit on that tile. That feels really good too. What else have I not talked about? The tech trees. Yeah, so the way that you advance on this tech tree is also really satisfying. These 3 different paths. The primary way to do so is on the board, there are places that have arrows, green, blue, and yellow arrows, or gray. Gray is one. Gray, green, and yellow arrows. And when you place a building, I think it represents maybe a settlement or an outpost, when you place a building adjacent to some of those arrows, you get to advance on the tracks matching those arrows. That feels really good. In addition to that, though, there's a special building type that you can place that you only have 3 of. But whenever you place that building, you gain double the benefit. So instead of advancing on, say, the green track one time, you would advance on it twice. And so the more you explore, the more all players explore out here, the more spaces on the board are going to be exposed that would have you advance on more than one track. So in a single turn, there might be a spot where you can place that double building and advance on all the tracks multiple times, which feels awesome. And there are also some other benefits that you can double as you reveal them as well. So that feels really good. I like the idea of the double building. It costs more, but chosen at the right time, it can have a hugely powerful benefit. I think those are my favorite mechanisms in the game. The way the bonus actions work with the lightning bolts, the way that refresh turns feel good, the way the top and bottom of the cards work and how you can upgrade those action slots, and how the main way to advance on the tracks is shown on the board, and that you have the potential of doubling that benefit as you advance on the tracks by placing a certain more expensive building. Let me know your thoughts. If you played Revive, I played like the standalone version of the game, but I've heard that there's a kind of a campaign mode built in. If you played that and you recommend it, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Or if any of these mechanisms remind you of another game, let me know your thoughts about them in the comments below as well. Thanks.